Alright nerds, so let's talk about microscopy, or for another turn of phrase, using microscopes. So by the end of this, we want to be able to use a microscope and label the components. We're not going to show you a microscope directly, we're going to show you some pictures, and hopefully you can use the instructions that you write down here to put a microscope in front of you, and away we go. Unfortunately, I just don't have access to a microscope at home to make these videos with. So this is your vocabulary. If I get you to pause the video right here and just write down this so we can refer back to it later on, but make sure you've got these terms at your fingertips. So generally in science, in the high school setting, particularly when we talk about microbiology, we'll use the compound microscope, which is this one here. And it's called the compound microscope because it's got two sets of lenses. It's got a lens here and a set of lenses down here. So we're going to go over the anatomy of this microscope. First here we have the arm. Now obviously the arm suspends the microscope head up here, but we use it for transport. That's the part that you grab the microscope by. You carry it by the arm and the base. The base supports it while it's down. It should be nice and flat and keep it nice and stable. Then we have the stage. The stage holds the microscope slide. And on that stage, you'll notice that there are some stage clips, and these hold the microscope slide steady. We also have the coarse focus knob, sometimes just called the coarse knob. It allows us to make large movements of the stage to focus our image up and down. And then we have the fine focus knob, which allows for really small, fine movements of the stage to focus it in clearly. That's where we do our clearest focusing. So we start off with the coarse focus knob, and then we move to the fine focus knob. Then we have a light source. This provides light to pass through the slide. It allows us to see that. Slides are quite small, so the light is coming from underneath. It's not reflecting from above. Then we have the diaphragm, which is a little switch just down here. It's a little dial or lever, and it actually allows us to control the amount of light getting through. If we have too much light, we might not have enough contrast to see all the different organelles or components within the cell. We have the ocular lens. It's a magnifying lens that you look directly through. Ocular meaning eye, so it's the eye lens. It's usually a magnification of about 10 times. And then finally we have the objective lens. The objective lens are the lenses which are closest to the object you're looking at, and there's usually multiple lenses. We've got high power, low power, and sometimes a medium power. This one here has the small one here is low, medium, high power lenses. So this, just for starters, is what a microscope slide looks like. It's a glass slide. You've usually got a label over here, you have a sample underneath, and on top of the sample you have a cover slip, which is a square piece of glass that we sit over top. And the very first thing we do is we place the slide on the stage and move it into place. Then we move the stage down using the coarse focus knob as far as it will go. We turn the objective lenses onto the lowest power, usually a 4 times power lens. So we go low power, or the lowest number on the lens, because they've all got little numbers around here that tell you what it is. Then we move the stage up using the coarse focus knob until it's almost in focus. So we bring it up until we can start to see what it is we're looking for. And then we use the fine focus knob to make it clear. Now, if we want to move up a power, so up to a higher magnification, we move up to the next power objective lens and we focus using the fine focus only. If you have to use the coarse focus, if it's still way out, what you need to do is you need to wind your stage all the way back down to the bottom, put it back on the low power, and move up. If there may actually be something wrong with the microscope, that happens to microscopes, they need a fair bit of servicing. It may need a service if you can't just go from one power directly to the power up it and only use the fine focus knob, because that's what we should be doing. So let's talk about magnification. So we want to be able to calculate the magnification, and we do this by multiplying the power of the ocular lens, usually 10, by the objective lens, which in a school setting is usually 4, 10, or 40 powers. So a magnification is 10 times multiplied by 4 times. This is at low power. And we end up with 40 times. If we wanted to do this at medium power, it would be 10 times by 10 times. So it would be 100 times would be our magnification. And 40 times would be 10 times 40, and we would be at a 400 magnification. Okay, I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments below, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Bye now.